Montego Bay Classic on Frozen Pond. We played this last year. I was a better player at the time, I think. But hey, we shot 18 under to end last tournament, so we still got it in us. We're going to the front tees for round one here. High winds out of the south, default fairways, default greens, both for firmness and speed. So we shall see how this goes. I'm not going to play with too much confidence necessarily, but what I will say is we are feeling better. There are more glimpses of hope. Let's see what we've got in us. You know? Try and make smart plays. Let's try and hit our shots. I think we can definitely put up a good score here if we can find a rhythm to start. Hey, thank you for the luck, Dewey. Welcome back for 8 months. I hope you continue to enjoy your faces. And thank you guys all for being here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys. B-Jax, welcome back. Thank you for the luck. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, lovely swing to start. And this should, if it's friendly enough, yeah, there we go. Right down the heart of the fairway. It's a bolder drive there to go with the driver, but it's also rewarding in that now we've got 114 yards in. So if we can try and make the most of this, about 14-mile-an-hour wind, uphill to 120. That 14, I think this is like a comfortable. I think this is a semi-comfortable shot. Trying to find like where I want to play this aim-wise. I think somewhere out in here, and I think, yeah, I think stock sandwich up and at it, nice easy swing. I think this wind is either going to take us to the pin, or if it goes long, we've got a backstop to bring us back down. Hold it a little bit left. So as such, we're going to be a little bit left of the hole. All right. Unfortunate because it puts us just off here. But we've been known to actually make some chip shots of late, so let's see what we've got in store. See what we've got in store. All right. Chips are back on the menu. Chips are very much so back on the menu. I'm gonna take a 3 hybrid here. I think. Cause you can, I don't know, actually. Where is this? 340 yards. So it's actually a little bit more down. I can carry easily like 330. It would leave you with a nice little pitch shot in. But I think at the end of the day, this is still a wedge. So I'm going to play it smart. We're going to just find fairway here with the hybrid. All right, and that's what happens if I rush my swing. So we'll leave the fast in the bag for today. Let's do that. All right. We left ourselves a wedge. That was the game plan. Now we've got to be able to actually execute on this. So let's take a little bit off and put a fair amount on the brakes. And then from there, it's all about just getting this initial aim correct. So we want to end up landing probably Probably somewhere up in here to the left so that it actually trickles down towards the hole. All right. Let's go somewhere out here. I think this should be enough. A little bit slow. As long as it stays up on the green, we'll have an uphill putt. Nice. Those brakes coming in clutch. And that was pretty good as far as distance control is concerned. Brakes uphill to the right. Got to make sure that we get this on like a good starting line. Right, it's gonna jump inside at the beginning and then just like slow trickle just outside the cup. All right, we're two under through 2. Feels good, man. Feels very, very good. 21 yard par 5. I think you want to be right side of this tree to give yourself the best approach angle we can get. I'm going to just go with backspin. We could probably try and overpower this, but I'm just going to try and get it to the right of the tree. I don't want to get ourselves into too much trouble here with that patch of rough in the middle. So as long as this doesn't kick left. All right, still long ways to go here, but this is the best approach angle I can give myself. Downhill, and then it goes to the right. So you actually can probably land it. You probably want to land it like here, kind of hop over this, and then run it through to the back. So what's going to get that job done for us? Got about 10 at the back, but it's playing well off the left, so we're not going to get all of it. Probably gonna only get more like 6 or 7. 12. I mean, you're playing into here. So I think the hybrid maybe with like touch of loft and a little bit of maybe no loft. Maybe we'll just play the draw on the hybrid. Maybe we'll just play the draw on the hybrid. Hey, what's going on, Whoa? Thank you for the luck. Ah, pull fast. Not the time to do that. Somehow kick right. Oh, what a kick. Wow. Wow, you want to talk about some luck? You want to talk about some luck right there. To not end up in the bunker and actually just end up on the green fringe here. Give ourselves a little look-see at a putt. Holy cow. +3 luck attribute. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to go and change my character so that we have the yellow vest on for all of the rounds. If that's the case. And then the dive at the end, right? Like we're gonna hit this and it's gonna start and it's gonna turn a little bit into the left. And then it's towards the end. I think we need a little bit more. All right, come on. Putt for eagle. Let's get 4 under through 3 to start this thing off. Come on now. Yellow vest OP. Who even let this into the game? All right, that's way too far. It's only about 360 there. I say only, but I mean, definitely downhill a little bit, downwind. I'll take a little bit off of this, but we should be able to play left side here. Run this up, and then, you know, it's not the greatest approach angle, but distance-wise, it's going to give us the best approach into this green. Hey, what's going on, Keppa? Happy learned how to putt. We chipped one in? We made a putt from off the green? Like, who even am I? What in the world is going on here? 148, probably about 145 or so. You get a little bit of wind. Bounce. And a little bit of release. So, like, half spin. I think half spin should probably do the trick. About 11 miles an hour of wind. Goes a little bit right to left on the greens, so definitely need to factor that in. All right. A little bit slow. See how this distance was. Ooh, but look at that. Look at that right to left roll on the green. All right, 14-footer, downhill an inch. We've got a little bit of right to left at our feet. Then we quickly switch back left to right. And it's definitely more left to right throughout the rest of this putt. Also, it's downhill early, but at the end pretty flat and then kind of uphill behind. So I think we can kind of go for a maybe slightly more aggressive line. But we're going to definitely jump out left. But I would think we have to swing enough at the end. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, those double breakers, I have to figure something out, because even getting better at reading like a regular, like one directional putt, the double breakers trip me up. Throw it in and I tend to misread it. So we'll get there. Uphill and into wind. This is close. I'm gonna try a little bit of overpower here. I slowed the crap out of it. I knew it. 109 though. 109, but I didn't swing. Okay. First like real big mistake. This is the first one that could sting. Basically, if this lands not okay, yeah. So we're gonna have to play pitching wedge, because pretty much if this plays anything under the 90%, we're probably off the front of the green. Not the ideal situation. Little bit of loft on the pitching wedge. Backspin it. Ball slightly above the feet. Room to work over there. It's probably long, but that'll play. That'll play. All right. Left to right the entire way. It's one that's going to jump off the putter face to the inside. Stay turning. I think somewhere in here. Okay, I'm glad I almost went lower there. I was like, no, this just feels of more break. All right, so able to scramble out of the sand there and find bird. Nice. 248. This is definitely gonna play at least. See, this 3 hybrid plays somewhere in like here, and then it's not enough wind. But we're desperately in between clubs. I would have to think that the hybrid is probably still the play. Just gonna play a little bit of shot shaping on it. Oh, wind is turning. Okay, so now this is like straight headwind. Oh, we're turning back. Can we make up our minds, please? All right. Little bit of draw. Knock it down a little early. Oh, pulled it a little bit left, though. Kick out. It's not going to, though. Too much into the headwind. All right, so turn that one over too much with the pull. Not able to get it exactly where we want to. Now we're coming out of the rough. I think we have to chip it with the faster greens and everything. I think essentially we're looking at some sort of chip out to the side here. Hop it off of the fairway and then let it ride down. Let it ride down somewhere towards the hole. I needed to play it way more out to the left. Good touch, though. I mean, really good touch. Right up pin high. Right up pin high. But yeah, you got to play that way out to the left. Holy cow. All right, downhill. This seems dangerous. But I also don't want to lay it back. So we got to find some way here. Probably via draw. Probably got to have like a pretty decent sized draw on this shot to get it high enough up the fairway in a way that it wants to sit for us. We're turning. Hopefully we took enough off so we don't go all the way down into the rough. Okay, beautifully played. 117 yards out, 121. Wind is playing in a little bit. I think it'll play more than the 4. Yeah, downhill lie. I think maybe we just give it a little bit of topspin into this wind just to make sure it can roll a little bit. But I think other than that, we probably don't need to do too much. A little pull fast. But we're leaving ourselves some still decent lengths, even with the miss hit there. It's 9 foot. We've got a chance at it. A little bit left to right. It's the bigger break towards the middle and end of this putt that are very much so the concern. But we have to know if it's already breaking a little bit at the beginning and then towards the middle there. That can't be enough break, right? Like, we're going to hit the middle of this putt and already be chancing it low. So let's get outside. Oh. Just kind of held high. Didn't really take the bigger turn in the middle. I don't know if maybe we played around it too much. I think this has to be worth it. Just go right around the trees here. Spit out into the fairway. Probably leaves some sort of pitch. Pitching wedge pitch. It's either run the sand wedge up, so you've got downhill lie, downwind, now you're trying to run it down that, or you're trying to take off the gap wedge. And I think taking off the gap wedge might be the way to go. Like downhill, downwind. Can't really be getting too much extra distance, so like take a couple of yards off and then really just put the brakes mostly on. And then so long as we play this, I think in a way where we're to the left and like have more green to work. Hold it a little bit on that backswing, so that explains why we're out here, but some very good distance control. Little breaker. Left to right the whole way, and we're dipping in the last section. Dipping in the last section of this putt. Oh, man. All right. A little bit more, I think, is the feel that I'm getting. All right, get off the par train, or don't make it a par train. I don't know. Is back-to-back a train? Playing those feeders to the hole pretty well. Yeah, like if we hit our shots, you know, using the green to our advantage, I feel like we've definitely done a good job of it. Got lucky on some, you know, and some we've mishit and haven't quite gotten to the feeder. So living and dying by it. This is definitely the toughest one so far, because this one doesn't really have much for a feed. Yeah, we're going to carry this out probably about 200, 202, and then still need to factor in the wind because it's going to give us a couple of yards. So if we're landing this in here, it's a 5-iron, right? It's going to want to bounce and roll. So give it a little bit of loft and spin. Maybe we can give ourselves a chance. Maybe. I just hope it's not short. Like, that's the only thing we can't do here. Okay, so we reached the ridge. So we're at least not all the way off the front. Maybe. Yeah, that's the one thing with being too far left, though. And we pulled it a little bit left, so. That was going on Lockshead. Get high scores. We're 6 under through 8. I think that's a pretty good start at least. I don't even know how to judge the pace on this. I don't want to go too far. Obviously, we want to give it a chance. But I think I have to be conservative with this. All right, let's see what we got. Long, long putt. That's it. Okay. I'm completely okay with getting the pacing right there and the read wrong. So long as we are close, I think that's all that matters. Now this is uphill, but we've got a tailwind, so I don't know if it's just like full backspin it is gonna be enough to send it. It's 56 feet uphill to the hole. This is downhill from that a little bit. So we're going to be less than 20. See, this is one where you don't want to, like, send it. Like, I don't think. 280. Let's just call it 283. Wind at the back's not going to play quite as much. $91. What's going on, Malahan? Surfer, welcome back. Always sending everything about. Yeah. I'm just trying to think, like, how much sending do we have to do? I think full backspin, and then still gonna need some overpower. I think I have to, if I'm gonna go for the overpower shot, I think we have to practice swing. I think we have to practice swing if we're gonna go for that overpower. Because that's the second time that we've been bit by it. It's okay. It's okay. I want it, but like, yeah, we gotta be a little bit more reasonable with what we can do. We got the low roll, and I put some brakes on it, so now we're not going anywhere. Okay, so we turned this into a hole. Yeah, we went from a hole we should be hopefully having a birdie to now we're probably just going for the 2-putt par. But we live and we learn, right? Like, I can't, today at least, I cannot go for anything overpower related. It's just not on the cards. Like, I don't. So I'm sure, Mayor, that they calculate, like, they have ranges based on some way that the physics plays out. But whether it's 88% or 99% when you actually hit the shot, I think that's known behind the scenes, but it's random to us. Like, we're just given the range, but I think behind the scenes when you land in that, it might always be 92 or 97 as soon as it happens. Maybe not. Maybe it's random at the time and it just picks one of the ones in between, but either way, any rough shot or sand shot is the most random that this game is gonna get. All right, hopefully that's not too bad on power. If it's just a touch steeper at the hole, the way that was like turning back at the end, I thought there was a chance. Could one potentially be better? That's a good question. I think we could both land in the same spot in the bunker. I mean, I don't know that. I really don't. I suppose if we both had the exact same input, flight path, landing spot, like everything, then theoretically it should be the same, but there's not really a way to test that, right? I think this lands in the low 160s. Bounces and then gets some rolls. So I'm going to take a little bit off. Just a little bit, not a lot. It's a nice hit, decent line. The distance control is good. We should have a nice putt for ourselves. Take that. 7-footer. It must be fairly flat where we're at, because it's a little bit right to left behind the ball. But it's all left to right going up to the hole here. But it's like that, it's that dip at the end, right? Like, you're hitting up and it's starting to turn, so you've got to make sure that you started enough outside so that it can break back in. Okay. Downhill, downwind. Gonna give this a little bit of backspin to carry, but I don't think it needs too much. Little pull fast, but no worries there because we've got plenty of fairway to work with here. Ooh, okay. So we're a little bit in between. Little bit in between. I don't actually think we're that much in between because if we're losing probably like 8 yards here, 167, yeah. So we're definitely looking at 7-iron. With the lie and everything, I think we land just shy of pin high. So I think 7-iron, you could probably put just a touch aloft and like fully backspin it. We should be able to give ourselves a good chance here. Drifting a little bit left. Hopefully the bounce isn't too strong and the bite is good. Okay, not bad. Like we're in the zip code. It's a little bit downhill, but it's so hard to play it much closer than that without maybe using like a backstop or anything. Downhill a little bit double breaky. Cool. So it's like, from what I can tell, touch left to right, but not really all that much. And then immediately in this next section, starts to switch back. And then again, so we're just kind of in a valley going down the hill here. We're just in a valley going down the hill. And when you're tapping the ball down towards the hole, that means that it's going to drift even more. So if it runs out to the right, and then back to the left. I'm going to play just a little bit outside right because no, we'll play it straight. Go back left. Go back left. Go back left. That ridge in the middle just like didn't redirect the ball. Didn't redirect the ball. Not a bad effort, but man, you just wish there was a little bit more there. Just wish there was a little bit more there. It's okay, that's a tough hole. That's a tough hole, and we definitely gave ourselves a decent shot at it. This is another tough hole, because look at this. Look at this, we're playing hybrid in. And even at that, I don't know that we're playing hybrid in. That wind's changing. I mean, that might change things. 10-mile-an-hour wind into the face. 253, 249, 10 in. I think this 3-wood's long, but I don't think we can get there. Like, it's a 19-yard difference here, so probably have to, probably have to play this. Pulled it again. Ah, man, this is the same thing I did with that hybrid earlier. I didn't think it was going to stay fairway. So tough. So tough. Okay, so if we played it here, 6 yards short, probably into this. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Play something just past, and then we've got right to left on the green. Look at the way that releases. The first couple bounces look like you've got some spin on it, and then it just takes off. Ball's below our feet to start. And what, it basically just didn't quite come back on that last one, so like what's gonna happen here? What is gonna happen here? I'd say I don't quite follow. I like can't quite wrap my head around the logic of the double break, because on the previous one it felt like it drifted out and then didn't really come back. On that one, I'm playing for it the same way and it immediately turns. So there's some disconnect that I have. Unfortunate to give one back there though. That's definitely the hardest hole that we've had so far. All right, I think we gotta try and cover this. That slow definitely not helping. Somehow get away with that. That was not ideal. Definitely not ideal. Ooh. I think just a touch up on our pitching wedge. I got too antsy there. Got too antsy there. I was like, all right, here we go. This is the club. This is the shot we want, and just let it rip. Poor decision. See, I always feel like that's gonna still just go further. Alright. Alright, this back nine has not been as nice, but we've also, you know, managed to make some mistakes that we really shouldn't be allowing ourselves to make. So it is what it is. We get what we deserve. We get what we deserve. I think you're gonna have to do something like this. De-loft this gap wedge. Try and make sure that we get onto the green. There we go. Oh, we're gonna get a little more distance out of that, but the swing was what we wanted it to be. Ooh, look at that break. This thing is just swinging right to left. Okay, have to make sure that you play this outside enough, but like how you make sure you do that, I'm not entirely certain. This is what? It's just so much break. It's just so much break. Right to left. And then turns in. This feels like too much now, though. But I gotta trust my gut. I gotta trust my gut. Thank you, gut. Thank you, gut, for that one. If I didn't listen to it, we would definitely not be scoring there. Alright, that should be good. I don't think we're gonna get up to the rough here. That's perfect. That is perfect. Ooh. Ooh. 35. See, now the problem is we start ending up in a spot where the wind's in and now we're here. Like, are we gonna lose 15 yards? I don't think so. 49, 48. Maybe 46? I mean, wind is starting to turn in on us now. Okay, I think we can go with this. Come on, get down, get down, get down, and bite. That's a shot. Little right to lefter, just make sure we get it outside the hole here. That can turn back in. All right, needed a shot like that. Needed a shot like that. Wind's in the face, downhill. It's par 5, 570 though. I don't know. I just don't think that we don't have it in us for the overpower. We've been off on that, so it definitely isn't going to be the easiest approach for us. But as long as we get it out into the fairway, we're going to give ourselves some sort of chance at going for it. I think if things were good for us on the overpowers, then sure thing. Okay, so our choice is made for us. We can go for green. We're just going to have a long putt because our hand has been forced. So we're pretty much playing it for back into here. And that kicks down into the left. Hopefully this is the correct play. Also, I apologize for whatever banging you guys may hear in the background. I realized that going through and scrubbing the videos for YouTube in the past that you can hear my son banging right above me play with his toys. So that's what it is, in case anybody's curious. Nobody's knocking at your door. It's just my son whacking some toy. All right, 63-footer, and look at this break. Look at this break. So we've got to ride the ridge, and I think it's going to be just play it somewhere out here. Let's see what we got in us. Ho ho ho. A little bit over hit, but that was definitely the read. Come on, we gotta pay it off. We gotta pay it off. There's a little bit of break behind us. And then, like, as it gets to the later part, I think if I just put it on that right edge, should have just enough drift. Kind of protect against if there's extra break in there. All right, come on, let's get to double digits. Why not? You know, why not? 11 in, 8 yards up. So 88. This isn't going to play the full 11. I mean, actually, 6-iron would probably play a little bit short and then what? Run it to the backstop and back down? Or am I going to get... Is this going to be some stupid thing where I get perched on the downslope? I don't think I can take the 7, though. We'll take the 6. We'll take the 6. Oh, who needs the backstop? Who needs the backstop? We'll just park it. We'll just park it pin high. We'll just park it pin high. Okay. I'm gonna call that fairly straight through the beginning. Little bit right to left at the end. There we go. There we go. We get the bogey. We rally back. Steady the ship with the par. And 4 birdies to end it. I will gladly take 10 under there. I will gladly take 10 under there. The way that we've been playing, I would say this is a very solid performance, because I think the leader is like 51 through 4. Somewhere in that ballpark, but I think for the most part, like 10 under around is gonna do very, very well here. So it's a very solid way to start this tournament.